Dear students, we have already studied how the electric power is generated by using gas power cycle. Gas power cycle, it is nothing but a Brayton cycle. So it consists compressor and a combustion chamber and a turbine. So turbine shaft is connected to the generator shaft, and the compressor and the turbine are connected with the same shaft. So this is the compressor and this is the turbine and this is the combustion chamber. This is nothing but a generator. So the compressor, it sucks the air from the atmosphere at low pressure and it compresses it to the high pressure. So this is, you take it as 1 and you consider it as 2, and this is point is 3 and this is point 4. So the air is compressed in the compressor from the pressure P1. P1 is the low pressure and it is compressed to the high pressure P2. At high pressure, the air, it goes to combustion chamber. So where the fuel will be added and combustion takes place at constant pressure. So after combustion, the gases are liberated. So these gases will be at high pressure and high temperature. So the gases at high pressure and high temperature goes to turbine where it get expanded to the atmospheric pressure, that is 0.4 P4, so that its pressure is decreased from P3 to P4 and the temperature is decreased from T3 to T4. So after the expanded in the turbine, the gases are left to the atmosphere, and these gases will have a lot of heat. Still it is having a lot of heat, so there is a loss of heat to the atmosphere. So this is about the Brayton cycle. This is called the simple Brayton cycle. So how we can improve the thermal efficiency of the simple Brayton cycle by incorporating some equipments. Those equipments are: number 1, regenerator. Number 2 is intercooler. Number 3 is reheater. By considering these 3 equipments, regenerator, intercooler and reheater, so we can improve the thermal efficiency of the simple Brayton cycle. So let's have a look about the simple Brayton cycle with the regenerator. So this is the simple Brayton cycle. Here the air is compressed in compressor from high pressure to low pressure, from low pressure to high pressure, and then it goes to combustion chamber where the fuel will be added and heat supplied so that its temperature will be increased at constant pressure. And after the combustion, the gases are at high pressure and temperature goes to turbine where it gets expanded to the atmospheric pressure, that is the pressure P4. So after that it left to the atmosphere. Still it's having more amount of heat, and this loss of heat takes place. If this loss of heat, it is reutilized in the cycle, we can reduce the amount of heat supplied in the combustion chamber so that its thermal efficiency will be increased. So how we can improve the thermal efficiency of the simple Brayton cycle? By using the regenerator. Let's have a look. So here it's the same, it's having the compressor. So compressor, it takes the air at pressure P1 and compresses it to the high pressure to the pressure P2, and then it goes to the regenerator, So after that it goes to the combustion chamber. So after that it goes to the turbine where it gets expanded to the atmosphere. After expansion, these gases are taken back to the regenerator. So this is called the regenerator. regenerator. And this is the combustion chamber. This is the turbine and this is generator. The turbine and the compressor are coupled. So in this cycle, this is the simple Brayton cycle with the regenerator. So in this case, the compressor compresses the air from low pressure to high pressure, and at high pressure, the air, it goes to regenerator. It absorbs the heat. It absorbs the heat from the gases. It absorbs the heat from the exhaust gases so that the air temperature will be increased before it entering into the combustion chamber. So after that at high temperature, the air, it goes to the combustion chamber where the fuel will be added so that its temperature again increased. So at the high temperature and high pressure, it will expand, the gases will expand in the turbine. So after the expansion, the gases will not left to the atmosphere, but these gases are taken into the regenerator where utilize that heat carried by the exhaust gases in the regenerator, and after that it left to the atmosphere. So that in regenerator, the compressed air is preheated. Compressed air is preheated before it enters the combustion chamber, so that the amount of heat supplied in the combustion chamber can be reduced. So that amount of heat supplied in the combustion chamber can be reduced. So we know that thermal efficiency is equal to heat supplied minus heat rejected divided by heat supplied, or turbine work minus compressor work divided by heat supplied. If the amount of heat supplied in the combustion chamber is reduced, so automatically the thermal efficiency will be increased. This is about the simple Brayton cycle with the regenerator. Now let's draw the TS diagram for the simple Brayton cycle with the regenerator. This is the temperature and this is the entropy, and this is the pressure P1. This is the pressure P1. So in the compressor, the air is compressed to the high pressure P2. Air is compressed, high pressure P2. So this is the 1 and this is 2. So actually the 2 is less than the 2 dash. You all know that I already explained. So this is 1, 2, it indicates adiabatic compression, and 1, 2 dash, it indicates actual compression. So at 2 dash, it enters the regenerator where it's preheated so that its temperature will be increased to 3. So the temperature will be increased to 3. So or at temperature T3 and constant pressure, that is P3 is equal to P2, it goes to the combustion chamber where the fuel will be added and combustion takes place so that its temperature will be increased at constant pressure to the temperature T4. So temperature will be increased to the T4. At pressure P4, that is equal to P3, that is equal to P2. And temperature T4, the gases will expand in the turbine so that its temperature will be decreased to the pressure P5 and the temperature T5. So this is the 5, and so its temperature, this will be 5 dash. So 4, 5, it indicates the adiabatic expansion in the turbine, and 4, 5 dash, it indicates actual expansion. We know that why the 5 dash is more than 5, I have already explained. So at 5, it enters the regenerator and it leaves its heat to the atmosphere, to the air which is coming out of the compressor, so that the compressor air absorbs the heat from the exhaust gases and its temperature will be increased before it enters the combustion chamber. So this is 3, 4, 5, 5 dash. So after leftover the heat in the regenerator, the exhaust gases are left to the atmosphere. So this is the TS diagram. So its temperature, it will be So after projecting its heat to the compressed air, its temperature will be decreased to the T6, but T6 is equal to T2 and T5 is equal to T3. So this is about the TS diagram of simple open cycle gas turbine with a regenerator. Now let us write the thermal efficiency equation for the simple open cycle gas turbine with the regenerator. So in this case, thermal efficiency is equal to turbine work minus compressor work divided by heat supplied. So thermal efficiency is equal to turbine work. So this is Cp into T4 minus T5 dash minus compressor work. It is nothing but Cp into T2 dash minus T1. So divided by heat supplied, Cp into T4 minus T3. So this is the thermal efficiency equation. So in this case, so finding out the T3 is very important. So this value can be find out by using the regenerator. So let us study about the regenerator. In the thermal efficiency equation, finding out the temperature T3 is very important. So let us know how the temperature T3 can be calculated by using the regenerator. In the above thermal efficiency equation, the value of T3, that is the temperature T3, is we can find by using the regenerator. Here I am separately considering the regenerator. So the air from the compressor entering the regenerator at a temperature T2 dash and leaves the regenerator at temperature T3. So at T3 it enters the combustion chamber, so that its temperature will be increased to T4. At T4 it enters the turbine where it gets expanded to the temperature T5. At T5 the exhaust gases are taken back to the regenerator, so it is nothing but T5 dash. So the exhaust gases entering the regenerator at T5 dash, it rejects its heat to the air, so that its temperature will be decreased. That temperature is nothing but the T6. So here assume that the temperature at which the air, compressed air entering the regenerator is 40 degrees centigrade, and here its temperature will be increased by absorbing the heat from the exhaust gases, so that its temperature is increased to 70 degrees centigrade. It is just an example, that's all. The exhaust gases, after expanded in the turbine, it entering the regenerator at a temperature 100 degrees centigrade. So when it entering the regenerator, it rejects its heat to the atmospheric air, the compressed air, so that its temperature is decreased. So assume that it is 70 degree centigrade. So the temperature difference here, it is just 70 minus 30 degree centigrade. Here also 100 minus 70, 30 degree centigrade. Only the heat transferred is how much it is? Just 30 degree centigrade. It is the actual amount of heat transfer. So how much amount, maximum amount of heat that can be transferred is, so this is the 100 degree centigrade. Here the temperature at which the gas is entering the regenerator is 100 degree centigrade. But the temperature at which the air entering the regenerator is 40 degree centigrade. So if the amount of the regenerator efficiency is 100%, so definitely the T3 must be equal to 100 degree centigrade. So that's why effectiveness, it is nothing but the efficiency of the regenerator. It is defined as the effectiveness of the regenerator. It is defined as actual amount of heat transfer. Actual amount of heat transferred is nothing but how much it is? T3 minus T2 dash. How much amount of maximum amount of heat that can be transferred is nothing but T5 dash minus T2 dash. Actual amount of heat transferred is, with this example, it is just 30 degrees centigrade. How much amount of maximum heat that can be transferred is nothing but 100 minus 40 is 60 degrees centigrade. So it is, see that it is 30 degrees centigrade divided by 60. It is nothing but 0.5. Its effectiveness is nothing but 50%. So this is how we can find out the T3. In this equation, T2 dash we know that, T5 dash also we know that. So by knowing the effectiveness of the regenerator, we can easily find out the temperature at which the air leaving the regenerator.
If we know the temperature of the air leaving the regenerator, we can easily find out the thermal efficiency.